we are going today. We will be discussing what are the successful ways of getting into product-based companies with non-CS background. So we know that there are several students out there in college who are who are in non-CS background and they want to get into the good software companies. So today's situation is very drastic in colleges that even if some students studies, let us suppose that one student out there is studying mechanical engineering, and if then also after studying also the mechanical engineering, and there are chances of him being recruited by the software companies is very high. So we want to ensure that even if we are getting selected into a software companies, we get selected by a better company, better product based companies. So there are several companies like Infosys, TCS, and all, which are recruiting for the service based offer. So they are paying very less, and it is not very good and favorable to join that company in the initial year of your career. So you can try this roadmap which I have made. It is a complete journey of 1.5 years. You can follow that, and you can then get into a product based companies. So my first, we will be starting with basics. The first month will be we will be learning all the basic programming concept. Which will You can either pick the language, say C++ or Python. Basically, I will suggest you to pick up C++ because we are going to get started with the competitive programming. It is a great sporting sport to participate into this data structures and algorithms. Now we will get into the some resources to learn about the competitive programming. So few resources are the like New Boston YouTube channel is there, and the free Python tutorial by Free Code Camp is there. So you can if you are picking even if C++, you can pick up this one, this channel, the New Boston YouTube channel, and it had taught basics of all the C++ in a very good manner. And also, if you are starting with Python, you can start with the free code camp. Free code camp. So along with the what we want is, along with completing C++ and Python lecture, we should always focus upon the some basic problem. We should keep on solving some basic problem of HackerRank. It will be very much favorable, and it will teach through by doing all this question on the HackerRank. You will be completing or the going through questions which are of good standard, and you will all your basics will be clear. And now we are getting into month 2, 3, and 4. These are the all the 3 months combined, and you have to follow these all steps. So in this we are going to learn about the data structure and algorithms. If you want to get into the good product based company, so you want to get familiar with data structures and algorithm concepts, which is very much important to get into SES IT jobs in good product based companies. So if you start interviewing, they will start interviewing you with all these questions. Even if in the colleges, when companies come, they will test your knowledge based upon the your knowledge in data structure and algorithm and your problem solving ability. So by practicing these data structures and algorithm concepts or questions on data structures and algorithms, you will be gaining much advantage compared to your peers, since you have practiced it a lot. So one major problem in today's date is where you should learn all the resources which are available on the net are something paid. For the data structure and algorithm, you have to pay a lot of money, but I have found this YouTube link and this MIT course. You can go over this course, MIT Open Courseware course, and you can find all the lectures of the data structure and algorithm very well. So one thing you should always keep in mind, even if you are try watching all the videos, don't complete the videos at once only. Begin practicing question on every topic you have completed lectures. So don't practice much of in this time, don't practice much of time, more than 10 questions in a topic. And once you start doing all the questions, it will improve your uh, problem solving abilities. You will be becoming good with the problem solving abilities. Okay, so now we will be moving into month 5, 6, and 7th approach, so in which we are going to practice the competitive programming questions. Okay, into the month 5, 6, and 7. So what we should do in this 5th, 6th, and 7th month, we should start practicing questions on the concepts of data structures and algorithms. So before this month start, so we have taken all the algorithmic lecture from the MIT Open Courseware. Now we have a pretty basic idea from in the starting of the month 5 that we could now apply on different problems and practice problems. The best way to practice more and more problems or writing code under pressure will be to participate in the programming contest. Such as there are two great websites which host problems, which is one is CodeSafe and second one is CodeForces. So while doing the contest you will start understanding how the complexity works, how to write code with minimum complexity and minimum space complexity, like that only. And also debugging the code, you will understand how to debug the code, because if you are a programmer or a developer in any organization, in any product based company or any startups, so what we should do is the programmer need to debug the code a lot. You need to debug the lot of code, so you definitely need some debugging skills. So debugging skills is very important. This you can gain all this skill in while practicing problems on different websites. So the major two websites include CodeSafe and CodeForces. Okay, now we will enter into our main phase of being a developer, is month 8th, 9th and 10th. Since you are a non-CS background, so you need to certain skill to show up on your resume. So first of all you should learn the basics of HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, etc. So every programmer at least need to know HTML and CSS, because they are the basics of programming. So these are the steps or the options you can take from will be to become a front-end developer. So front-end developer is the guy who designs the front-end part of a website, of any website or a web app. So learning JavaScript will help you a lot if you are going to become a front-end developer. So as a front-end developer, you can choose various frameworks to work in, like React.js is there, AngularJS is there, Vue.js is there. So you can pick any of them, and especially React.js has got a lot of developer jobs today. So picking up React.js will be of great advantage as of today. Also TypeScript is there. So several frameworks are there. So in if you see every front-end framework, you will need to know JavaScript. So learn all the JavaScript which are required. First of all, what you should do is you should take courses on JavaScript first. Then once you are comfortable with JavaScript, move to the section of React.js and AngularJS and Vue.js. You can pick any of them and try to make certain 2-3 projects on that one. So once you make 2-3 basics projects in that one, you will start grasping all the concept regarding React.js and other frameworks which are available. Okay, so this is the path of a front-end developer to become a front-end developer. Now there is also a path to become a back-end developer. So since you have learned Node.js in the as a front-end guy, so you can also aim for all the roles which are a full stack developer, or you can go for the backend developer job. So backend, there will be two main framework which you can pick for the backend work. It is either Django, which will be learned for the guys who have knowledge of Python, and another great one is Node.js. You can pick Node.js from that one. And one more thing, Node.js is something which is great, or also Django is great. There is always a debate going on which is the best, but you could go with anyone, because once you are comfortable with any of them, so it will be very easy to pick the other one. So if you have followed all the front end developer path, you can pick Node.js and you can go ahead, or you can pick Django. Both are great. So now once you know the path of front end developer and back end developer, you should try to create certain projects, especially if you have certain project, if you have made certain project, put that code available or the project work you did on the github is an excellent platform to showcase all your skills if you are a developer. Also certain company want you from your side to show them that you have hosted an actual website, so you could use any of the hosting platform and host one or two projects on this hosting platform, which you can showcase when the potential employee asks you. So now the option 3 will be path to become an Android developer. So these three options available. So in Android developer you need to know two languages, either Kotlin or Java. So it will be, better if you start with Java first. So what all concepts which are needed in Java? So in Java you will be, you should learn object oriented programming concepts, all the basics of Java first, and object oriented programming concepts of Java, and then you should start with small uh, basics of Android like buttons, layout, etc. So now this, in this all step also you should create more and more project and put the code on the GitHub. Once also, when you develop a certain app, or either it's a website or a web app or an Android app, you will feel great if you look while doing in the, we are in the month of, while we are in the month of 8th, 9th and 10th, you should always keep on practicing in different concepts. You should keep coding. So coding skills is very much required, as I mentioned earlier. Now we will be going into the 11th, 12th and 13th months. So what should you learn? So in this period you should focus on some computer science basics, like which are very much used or asked in different product developer roles. So object oriented programming concepts you have to learn, database management system, all the SQL queries you should learn, operating systems and several concepts which are involved in operating system you should learn, and regarding some computer networks you can work or learn OSI models. So these are all the things which are required apart from data structural algorithms and projects. These are all the concept which will be asked in near future or in your coding competition or your interviews like that. So a night 14th and 15th month is dedicated for entirely for practicing questions on a, there are two websites, which is InterviewBit and LeetCode website. So you should maintain your GitHub very correctly along with your LinkedIn, and you should put everything on your LinkedIn so that potential employee could see that. Okay, so all the projects which you keep on GitHub should have a readme file, so that even if some project or recruiter out there sees your project, will be able to read what the project is all about in the readme file, and they will finally contact you over your LinkedIn is a great website. You can make a your profile on that one and put all your coursework and project work which you have done over there. So yeah, so there is one more thing, you could also go for the machine learning path. I will mention in some other videos. So people are now picking up this machine learning and AI concepts. They are learning, there are a lot of jobs available on that one also. So once you followed all these steps, you would be great to go get into a product based company, and you will get the desired results with all this effort. Okay, so finally you will land a job after following this all the concepts. So you should keep on participating. Contests are very much important, so keep participating on that one, and along with the other skills which I mentioned in this video. Okay.